Today I'm going to show how to build a gated kick from scratch in Serum 2. No presets, no copying anything. Just the structure and the logic behind it. I start from the init preset. Oscillator A on default shapes, completely clean. First thing, I drop the oscillator 2 octaves, random to 0, wavetable position to 2, and I bring the level all the way down so there's no sound. Now I create the first LFO and map it directly to the level of oscillator A. All the LFOs in this patch are in envelope mode. This first LFO removes the initial transient and only lets the tail through, so instead of a punchy hit, you're only hearing the end of the kick. Next, I turn on the noise oscillator and load the ARP circuit preset. Then I create a second LFO. This one is the transient, the punch of the kick. I map it to the level as well, but with a much shorter and sharper shape. This is where the attack comes from. After that, I create a third LFO. I map it to the coarse pitch of oscillator A. The movement is very subtle. It just goes down and back up slightly, creating that small bounce in the kick. In the matrix, I increase the range a bit until it's audible but not exaggerated. Now I turn on a filter that affects both oscillator A and the noise. The filter type is PHS24-. I raise the resonance, move the cutoff a little, add some drive, and increase the filter variation. At this point, the kick already starts to feel more aggressive. Then I move to the effects section. First, hyperdimension. I bring the rate all the way down. This is not for movement, it's just to add body. Next, I add a reverb. I remove all the low frequencies. I bring the decay almost all the way down. This reverb is not for space, it's just another layer of texture. I create another LFO and map it to the reverb mix, full range. This is what creates the gated effect. The reverb doesn't fade out naturally, it opens and closes in time. Now EQ. I make a very deep cut around 240 Hz, very narrow Q around 47, gain at -24, the maximum. Then I add another band around 1100 Hz, also very narrow, and boost it to +24. This creates that hollow shape that works well for gated kicks. After that, I add distortion in symmetric mode with the drive all the way up. This is where it really starts to bite. Then a multi-band compressor. I add gain and push the below and low bands to make everything more solid. Finally, utility. Bass mono around 200 Hz so the low end stays centered. At this point, the gated kick is done. Now I show something important. If I move the filter cutoff, the kick changes completely. If I swap the noise, the attack changes and it can even move into more hardstyle style territory. the same structure, just different control positions. This is the same logic I use in my packs. In Hard Techno Foundation, you're getting these kinds of structures ready to go, not just single sounds. And if you're on the Ultimate Bundle, all of this is already included along with a lot more tools. That's the gated kick from scratch. If you want to push it further, start by experimenting with the filter and the noise. That's where most of the variation comes from. That's how you turn sound into power.